Okie doke. I wanted to call this video "Paid Search Has Ruined a Generation of Marketers" too, because this is about another way that people screw everything up. So this is going to be gallery ads. I think everyone's going to fuck this up because of the same way that they fuck up YouTube ads. So the previous rant that was paid search has ruined a generation of marketers was mostly about attribution modeling and how if there's not a one in the conversion column, like people just shrug their shoulders and go like, well, it hasn't been given to me, so I can't figure it out. This is a little bit different, and it's also another reason that people screw up YouTube ads. So I'll tell you one story to tell you another story. People screw up YouTube advertising partly because of the way that Google sells it. So Google is trying to hammer in the fact that like, oh no, it's direct response. It's direct response. We promise it's direct response. True view for action. When we know there's like 60 years worth of data of experience, right? Of books from people that did TV and knew that it doesn't have to look. It doesn't have to be direct response. So that's a word that's also been changed over the last years. We say direct response now, meaning like someone's going to buy like this. When it's not, we're not trying to say that like when we talk about lift with YouTube ads, nobody buys. It's just the direct response advertisers ran TV, right, and did things like measuring lift. So YouTube has sort of pushed this narrative of video or of YouTube being direct response, and it's not. There is direct response video, but it's Billy Mays, right? As seen on TV. But wait, there's more. Call in the next 10 minutes. That kind of shit. That's direct response video. What Google says, they go, up. We figured it out. We have direct response video, right? And it doesn't look anything like Billy Mays, but they're like they think they cracked the code first try. By the way. It's like direct response video is just a normal thing for Tide at the end, but at the end it's like a little pumpkin pie that ticks down, the little blue button that says like, oh, buy now, visit my site, and that's not it. that's not it. So search is direct response, and that someone's because the way that you're targeting your audience to those that are displaying commercial intent. Video is not, and that's fine. I'm gonna stay on one rant. That might be another video, but previous video was about the modeling. We don't have a direct attribution modeling for YouTube because that's not how it works. The third part is why people are bad at YouTube. It's because you don't have, it's a different muscle, and if you don't work it out, then like you're a doofus. So I sold I'll just call it like cat litter that monitors health, right? So it's cat litter that will monitor your cat's health. Now, every fucking search marketer on the planet would create a custom intent audience, and they would go buy cat litter online, cat litter delivery, cat litter, best cat litter, right? They create a custom intent audience like that, which is, I mean, Jesus, you're starting you're conceptualizing you're not even conceptualizing your audience. You've been ruined. You've been ruined by search into thinking that that's what marketing is. So the actual custom intent, like you need to think about your product, right? So cat litter that's a little bit more expensive and it sounds weird, that monitors your cat's health. Who's going to give a shit enough about their cat to spend money on weird cat litter, right, from the internet? You don't. It's not the people that have searched for buy cat litter online. Those mostly aren't your customers, right? They've got a cat and that's it. The way that it worked, or the way that that I thought of it, or who our demographic was just like every other persona type marketing that you hear about people doing. And I came up with like fancy cat owners. I had a cat growing up. Like when we left for vacations or whatever, we just pay the neighbor kid to like dump a big thing of cat food like once every 3 days, make sure the cat has water, and that was it. But we would never have bought the fancy cat litter from the internet. But someone that like boards their cat, someone that like puts their cat into, I don't know, is it a vet? Do people board cats at vets? But if you had your cat boarded, for example, you may give enough of a shit, more of a shit, uh, for the whole monitor your cat's health thing to be resonant. Like wet cat food, something like that. People that are buying the expensive cat food for their cats, shit like that, right? That's the kind of way that you should be building a custom intent audience. Is you create the persona, which is people that I call them fancy cat owners. So people that really love their cats or have a approaching obsession, right? People that are very active. They actively love their cat, right? I had a very passive love with my cat. We wouldn't have done that, for example. But that's the way that you need to approach it, or that's the way that you need to approach YouTube. Most people, like I had a call to someone this last week, who if you guys have buttons, if there's a button for you, like you're good at going through menus. So if there's a button that's like demographics, it's like, oh, there's a button for men and women and unknowns. Oh, okay. Well, if I've got a product that like only dudes would buy, only dudes can buy, or some jock straps, then most search marketers, because you have a button, would go like, oh well, let's at least turn the women off, right? If you're feeling real crazy, you'll exclude all the unknowns as well. What you're not great about is recognizing a product as anything other than a product. Like cat litter online, da da da. So the reason that this is going to be good, gallery ads are going to be so good, are I guess I could show you pictures. See, look, that's not it. Shit, there it is. Okay. This is what it looks like. These are what gallery ads look like. Now, this is far too much. This is far too much for. I don't know. Oh no, I might have had the thing wrong. Let's see if we can load it. I'll post a link. I'll post a link to this, to whatever I'm looking at right here, if the video doesn't show. But there are like, it's a picture, and you can scroll through it. And oh my God, if you give PPC people, you tell them that they can throw images in here, that's all the frig you're gonna do. But I need 36 images. We're gonna test them all, and you can obsess over all the wrong fucking things. So already, I hope you can see this. This is going to be too much for search marketers, just because like they're not going to. That's not how you guys approach things. The reason why gallery ads are great are because of also why everyone's going to fuck it up. So gallery ads are a way for Google to get. I hope you can see this too. There's a buying cycle that I have pulled up on my screen. It's a way for Google to get money here, which is where Facebook just eats all the money, just gobbles it all up. Is there a way for me to no, man, what a bummer. Well, I'm going to put links to this. I'm going to put links that hopefully will pop up on the screen. But there's Google's all bottom of the funnel, and a lot of people start with Google bottom of the funnel, like people that are making those money searches, like maybe even buy cat litter, and for the pretty litter example. But people that are displaying commercial intent, there you go. But people that are displaying commercial intent, so it's all bottom of the funnel stuff, and it's bottom of the funnel. And if you're using Google for anything other than demand capture, you're eating shit. So Facebook gets all that money. So if you're trying to generate demand in a traditional sense, Facebook gets all that money. These are going to be ways for you to use Google and for them to monetize keywords that should be being ignored. So frozen meals, like, I mean, what is someone who types frozen meals into Google trying to do, right? Are they looking to buy right now? Like, maybe not. That wouldn't even be a terrible keyword if you are devour frozen foods. But this is a way for Google to monetize keywords that people should be ignoring in favor of more bottom of the funnel keywords. What everyone's going to do is they're going to go, look at this, free real estate. It's free real estate, right? People are just going to look at this and completely misunderstand what the purpose of it is. So if someone is higher in the funnel, this is going to be a great way for you to influence action. If you have like a really like kitchen remodeling or something like that, this would be great. Images of your specific product or service. So that's going to be what you need to be using it for. You need to be targeting it for these higher funnel keywords, and you don't have the convenient excuse of YouTube being pushed as direct response for screwing this up. So that's it. Where is it? Maybe this is there. It is. Okay, there it is. I got lazy. But they're saying that it's going to be like it can drive non-click conversions or assist conversions further down the customer journey, which is great. That makes a lot of sense. Like, oh yeah, of course, of course. So this is going to be awesome. Everybody's going to fuck it up because this is too much. This is too like you're not going to be able to get people to look past beyond the appearance of these ads, regardless of whether or not, like the idea of showing a picture to someone that looks nice and being able for you guys to be obsessed with fucking images is going to be too much for people, I think. And whether or not this works also depends on how expensive they are. Big time. That's going to be a huge deal. But someone asked me about this. Other people have I don't know. I wrote some shit. I wrote this, and people have said, "Oh, Josh thinks." If I remember what Josh said, this is what he thinks about it. But because I know how you guys fuck up YouTube ads, you guys, I'm one too, right? Because we as a discipline have fucked up YouTube ads and continue to, even though it's not. I mean, it's Google's fault. But people are going to screw this up, I think, big time. But yeah, and these should also definitely have their own budget now that I think about it. If they do have a different, if they have a different, if what we're trying to do is different than just sell a shitload of stuff. So I think this is it. It's going to be a bummer if whenever I click over here, you guys don't see them. But this is that, so that's not the end of the world. But I had the sales cycle pulled up, or the buying cycle. But okay, that's it. Bye-bye.